You know,
but it's just as well we don't do it that often. Really.
No,
yeah, I saw some photographs of you at one thing. You were at some TV awards show and you got kind of a little bit carried away.
Yeah.
There's a picture of... and that's Carol arriving. I mean, that's before she's had a drink.
That's because we lost.
It's a very...
Can we take it down now, please?
I think we might leave it up there for a while.
I think it's a good bottom.
That's one of the better pictures.
Yeah. OK, when you're out partying together, do you kind of look after each other? Because I know when my wife's out with her friends, they take care of one another. More so than men, I think, who kind of egg each other on to bad behaviour. Are you like that? Are you protective of each other, or do you let Carol just do whatever she wants?
Well, we let her do whatever she wants up to a point, but then she gets past the point of knowing even where she is, who she is, or what's happening, and then we turn into her mother, don't we, really?
Yeah.
We're
I
like
need one of those little camera things that the dog has.
No, you really don't.
Because then I can get up in the morning and I'll know exactly where I've been.
But why don't we do that as an experiment? Why don't we give you one to take away and you come back in about, you know, a month and we'll see exactly what you've been up to.
I'll tell you what, I bet it's the same pictures.
It will be, won't it?
You're all about the same age, aren't you? You're roughly the same age, aren't you? All about the same age?
I'm much younger than everybody else on that show.
Oh, yeah. So you're kind of like mid-20s.
We're all in our 40s, nearly.
Yeah, they share the cab here. There'll be 3 cabs going home, I can tell you. But you act, do you act younger? Is it because that you're only recently back in a relationship? Was that because you were a single girl for years? Is that what it was?
A long, long time. Yeah, I do. I think I am sort of going backwards now. But he's only 27, you see, so... And I'm 49, but, you know, we kind of meet in the middle. I think I'm about 10 years younger than I really am, but, you know, that might be debatable.
He's so fit.
He's lovely, yeah.
There's some people who might not know the show. I know the show because I watch it and I'm sort of lolling around during the daytime, so I'm often there sitting there with a dog on my lap watching your show, sometimes shouting at the screen, often agreeing with you, sometimes disagreeing, and I guess that's the point of the show. But how would you describe it to people who haven't seen it?
We've never, you know, professed to be question time. It's just a good giggle. Yeah. And when Colleen or Denise Welsh is on, it's all about sex.
Always.
So, always about sex.
Well, how comfortable are you talking about that? Because some of you seem very relaxed and very open about talking about that, and other of you seem a little bit more... Who's the most kind of forthcoming with information? Who goes a little too far? Who doesn't like talking about that kind of thing?
I open my gob a bit too much, to be honest with you, and then worry about it afterwards. Like, I get home and no one's speaking to me, or the papers are on the phone. And, so, yeah, I haven't got a problem with it. You know, if someone asks my opinion or someone asks me a question, I'll be honest with my answer.
She can't talk about it.
Do you not talk about it at all? So when this topic inevitably comes up on the show, you have to join in, of course.
Well, I just think some things are... You know, I think people who talk about sex a lot are not having it. That's all I say.
Well, I can't believe she just actually said the word. When she's on the show, she goes, you know when you talk about... She can't even say it, but you just
my mother's usually watching, sat there with a cheese and pickle sandwich, isn't she? So it's difficult for me to talk about bonking when my mother's watching.
She's right.
She's done it.
She doesn't like it.
Yeah, she's done it.
The thought of bonking while eating a cheese and pickle sandwich is just about the greatest idea in the world.
With the remote as well for the telly.
And some donuts for after.
Oh, now you're talking.
I tell you what I love on the show is it's a very cosy atmosphere. It's very kind of like it does feel like you're eavesdropping on a bunch of friends chatting, or a bunch of friends, and you have the kind of coffee cups, don't you, with all your names on and stuff. And I thought I might start that on the show this evening. So we got yours down here for you, Carol, and we've got one for all the guests. There's my one.
Thank you.
And I know you like it. You normally have a tea or coffee, but because this is a late night show.
Oh, I'm loving it.
There you go.
Oh my God!
I'm loving that.
It's real, honest.
That's what we always have in it.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's water, you know.
Oh, it's real.
There you go. There you go. And we've got Dizzy's got his, and Tom, you got yours as well.
Cheers.
Oh no, hold on.
It says Tim.
Wow, where did you get these? We haven't even got one.
Tim.
That's embarrassing.
Who is Tim?
The biggest movie star in the world, we get his name wrong. How about that?
Oh, that's not good, is it?
OK, you don't have to drink it all, but I see you very nearly have.
I do like a drink.
OK, and let's go back to the topic of families, because I know sometimes I've overheard you on the show, and sometimes it does feel a bit like you used to be talking about your partners, about your husbands.
Bless you.
You know, and talking about your boyfriends. And I think, you know, and I know I sometimes talk about my kids and my wife on this show, but I think it was you talking once about your husband when he comes home at any time of day or night, he's always up for it.
Yeah.
Raymond.
And you're lying in bed.
Yeah.
And
I just say to him...
Well, you said you know he's up for it because he starts rubbing my arm.
It does, yeah.
And I felt terrified. I thought, that's what I do.
Oh, it's shocking.
Normally, it's like, rub my back, I go on in, and that's it. But if I'm after something, I start going...
Yeah. It's all that, isn't it?
Terrible, yeah, you start being really nice and
you think you're being subtle and we know what you're after.
Yeah, but I always do that, but I always make sure I've got the remote control here just in case. So that's plan B. You know what I mean? That's plan A, plan B. You don't want that to be too far away, because, all right, quickly.
Well, that's what I do. I have to have the remote, so I can do that over
Well, you've got a remote that operates your husband.
Yeah. And what I say to him is, you know, all right, don't wake me. I mean, he doesn't normally, anyway. So, you know.
Just generally, don't wake me? Have you got a...
Don't wake me up.
Do you hang a sign on at all? Do not...
Absolutely.
Do not disturb.
Help yourself, but do not disturb.
Help yourself? Self-service. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
There's a lot of... Well, not a lot, but occasionally there's a bit of flirting goes on. No. Is it on camera that you're like that and then away you're different, or are you pretty much like that all the time?
Well, I'm not like that, Jonathan.
You're not a flirter,
No, not
you.
you.
Really?
Not at all.
She's not, actually.
Honestly,
she's really
I don't know how to do it,
she doesn't. She makes...
I'm terrible.
She makes
Can we have a look at
when
that
she
picture of you
tries.
leaving a party again earlier? What was...
That's not flirting.
No, you just... There you go.
Is it good? Oh, no, put it away! It's horrible.
Just remember where I've parked my bike.
No, do you know what? We've actually been accused of sexually harassing the male guests, and people have said, I think it was a female columnist, one of the newspapers, wasn't it, who actually said if this was all men on the show and a woman came on and did that, there would be an uproar. And we shouldn't be allowed to get away with it.
But, you know, that's a weird thing, because in cold black and white, maybe that's the case, but at the same time, you know, it's a friendly atmosphere and people are having fun, so it's just playfulness, really, isn't it?
If they weren't up for it, we wouldn't do it.
You can tell the... Well, no, you can, that's true, though, because you can tell the ones when they come on that you can flirt with and the ones that you just can't.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to flirt with John McGriffin, are you?
No.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to anyway, though, really.
God, you don't want to be that near.
In fact, they're more upset when we don't flirt with them, I think.
If I was to come on the show, I would be really upset if I went away and not one of you flirted with me. You know, that would be a sort of thing, I think.
do that if he ever comes out. You won't
No, I'm not going to come on the show now if you're not going to do it.
No, we'll flirt with you.
Of course we will. We'd love you to come on the show.
Every man comes on and sits with his hands over his dick like that.
Yeah.
Did I just say
Can I draw your attention to the body language in there right now? That's,
You could have said...
You look like they look like they're waiting to have their prostate felt. They look like they're in the waiting room. It's like, I really don't want to go out there, but I know we have to deal with it. What about, do you think they would ever expand it? Because obviously it works. Do you think they would want to do a loose men, for example?
They tried it. It didn't work.
Men don't want to talk about stuff like that.
You see, that's a lineup no one would want to watch, is it, really?
Oh, my God, that would be brilliant. Jeremy
Actually, they did seriously try it, but it
tried
didn't
loose
work.
men.
Yeah, because men aren't going to go on there. Men don't like being so open with their emotions, really,
and they don't chat as much.
No, and they don't like to say, oh, yeah, I'm rubbish in bed, or I don't like sex, or, you know, it's always like, oh, yeah, I'm brilliant.
We had some other ideas. Well, before you go, here's some other ideas. Here's, you know, we did loose men. We thought, well, let's be more specific. What about loose beards? OK, there's the unifying link, that they all have beards, because that makes it... But maybe that's a bit more niche market, and one of them, we don't know where he is right now.
That would be a good one,
We've had all them on the show, apart from one.
Apart from one, yeah. Have you had... So you've had Bill Oddie, you've had Rolf, and you've had the great Brian Blessed. Yeah. Wow, so what is your booking policy, then? It's like, who's available?
Actually, to be honest with you, when we first started, it really was literally run out in the street and pull someone in.
Well, hold on. So anyone who's watching now who was on the first series will think, well, that's bloody nice.
No, but it is a bit true. But that was 10 years ago. But now we get some
you get great guests. You do get great guests.
Bette Midler was brilliant.
She was great.
Bette Midler was fabulous.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Bette Midler.
Enrique.
Enrique, yeah, we know you like Enrique. And you snogged Russell Brand on the show, of course.
Yeah, I did.
Was he a good kisser?
He smelled really nice, actually. I didn't put my tongue in, though. And neither did he, actually, but I think he might have done if I'd opened my mouth.
Yeah. We've got pictures of you there with Enrique Iglesias, and I think we know exactly what's going on here. But does it get ever a little bit too fruity on the show?
They love it. They absolutely love it, especially when she's on.
Denise is the one that gets really over the top flirtatious, because, I mean, I do all that, and I, you know... It's kind of like innuendo with me. She just goes, oh, I really fancy you, and lifts the top off.
Wow. Oh, lovely to have you here. Carol, Colleen and Jane, ladies and gentlemen, the Loose Women. Great stuff. Thank you so much. Fabulous. Great to see you. Love you. Thank you so much.
Jonathan.